Good evening. My name is Donna Marino, and I'm the president of the Keese School. Before we start, I would like for you to take a minute and silence your cell phone, please. Thank you. Tonight, Keese School is excited to partner with On Stage at Asbury to bring you a hilarious performance by Claire Porter, who is an accomplished dancer, comedian, actress, and writer. Susanna Newman, Asbury resident and current chair of On Stage at Asbury, will tell you about Claire Porter, a little more about tonight's performance, and about the fabulous, brilliant workshops Claire will present to us this Friday and Saturday.
We forgot about holding the mic. That's okay. So, good evening, everybody. I am so glad you are all here. Look at this. I'm really pleased. Woo. I want to thank Donna in particular, and Keese School in particular, on behalf of On Stage. You may not know that Donna is a member of our dance subcommittee of On Stage and has been active both as a performer and a presenter all through our first 2 years of development. Thank you, Donna.
You're welcome.
Hey. I wanted to say something to you also about On Stage. We have brought to you, in our short 2 years of existence, the Iris Music Project. We have brought to you the Dance Exchange, Best Medicine Theater Company, Next Generation Arts. We will be bringing back Dance Exchange that will be doing an exploration of the African diaspora as it presents itself through dance. That will be happening starting this spring, going into next fall. So we are busy, busy bees trying to bring you everything in the performing arts. I have been chair of On Stage since its beginning. I'm hoping to pass that job off. Anybody takers? I have known Claire for over 40 years. I knew her first when she came to my SUNY, State University of New York campus as an artist in the 80s, as a guest artist. And then when I retired, I moved to New Jersey, the lovely Cape May, and I brought her to Cape May as a guest artist. And now I moved from there, that was into 2000s, and then I have brought her here to Asbury to bring her very distinctive way of putting the arts together in performance. She is really a one-woman show in the best sense of the word. So I know that you're going to enjoy her. She is the artistic fusion of all these things that Donna listed, and it is going to be fun. Don't you think we need to all laugh these days? Yes, me too. And I'm so grateful to Claire to giving us an opportunity to laugh. Thank you. I wanted to also let you know that there'll be 3 workshops she will be doing on Friday and Saturday. 1 workshop starting at 11 in the morning on Friday, and then 2 more on Saturday, 11 and 3, and it'll be wonderful. And you can come to these workshops. You do not have to participate. If you want to be just an observer or watcher, you want to sit and learn and not participate because and then the next time you come, we will get you to participate. We are very, I don't want to say we're aggressive, but we want you to take the Asbury slogan of, engagement to heart, okay? And engage with us. Okay, so call Patty if you haven't registered for those classes. There is a limit because she can only teach so many, but we still have a few seats open. So call her and say you would like to participate in one or more of the workshops, and that will be arranged. And you can even come, we can always add observers.
Okay.
We just have a time in which we can have to stop. All right, so here's to Claire, and thank you, Claire, and thank you, Donna, and Keese School, and we're off and running. Bye-bye.
Right here. Go, 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 go. Always I begin this way. This is no mistake. But usually I continue. Tonight, however, and I don't know quite how to say this, so I will just say it. Errare humanum est. To err is human. The theater is experiencing some difficulty in arranging for my piano. There has been a mistake made, a wrong, a slip-up, an error, a blunder. We are in this dilemma and we have this problem. I've been assured, however, that there will just be a short delay while we wait the arrival of the piano. You know, I was just thinking that while we wait, we could examine the direction music is taking today. Okay, or we could examine the delicate problem of perception of tone and overtone. No, okay, or I could, or I could introduce, yes, I could introduce some of the pieces that I will be playing, their composers, their histories, their backgrounds, some of their problems, in preparation for what you will hear when the piano is here. Actually, this is all quite unusual. You see, when the piano is here, what I do before I even enter is prepare my mind, first of all, to eliminate all past mistakes, all current problems, all future troubles. I purge my mind of the extraneous, visualize what I want, make room for what is greater, and ground myself and request the universe to take it from here, which is what I am doing. Then, I walk in. I touch the instrument, I acknowledge, I flourish, and I bow. I bow again. I brace myself to sit. In the time signature, I kiss my fingers. I pause. I listen. The stage is set. The stool is under me. The piano is here. When it is here, then I prepare. I shall now prepare for what has been called Arthur Honegger's, quote, most lyrical and unquote piece entitled, quote, Souvenir de Chopin, unquote. I prepare. This music, Art Honegger's music, heaps sound upon sound, piling up to reach dramatic peaks, long lines, precise rhythmic design. Art adored trains and had 2 miniature models of his own. When my family came to visit, we would all get down and watch. You know, later Art gave concerts from coast to coast, traveling back and forth by train, no problem. His movements, you see, would often end softly, as though fragments of his themes would have a reconciliation and come to rest in a low D. Reconciliation. Art and I had a reconciliation. We had been quarreling over the piano, over coffee, over brandy. He said there was no such thing as a mistake, which was a mistake, which was a problem, and we had our problems. He begins this piece, though, very simply, something like this, very softly. Well, that was that. Did you catch my mistake? Art always said there's no such thing as a mistake, but we have a mistake. We have a problem. But you know, next would be a piece by Samuel Adler, the most forceful figure in music today. But first, you know what I do before I even enter, is prepare my mind, first of all, to eliminate all past mistakes, all current problems, all future troubles. I purge my mind of the extraneous, visualize what I want, make room for what is greater, ground myself, and request the universe to take it from here, which is what I am doing. Then, you know this part, I walk in. I touch the instrument, I acknowledge, I flourish, and I bow. I bow again. I brace myself to sit. In the time signature, I kiss my fingers. I pause. I listen. The time is right. The stage is set. The stool is under me. The piano is here. When it is here, then I prepare. I shall now prepare for what has been called Arthur Honegger's, quote, most sturdy and rigorous piece entitled, quote, Canto 8, unquote. I prepare. Prepare yourself for problems. Sam always said, look for problems. Create problems. And he uses densely interwoven contrapuntal lines supporting basically tonal complexes with a frequency of wrestling atonal episodes sometimes, but not often, a reconciliation. He prefers problems. And we had our problems. And we have our troubles. He begins this piece with a simple theme, something like this. Well, that was that. Did you see my problem? Sam always said, look for problems. But we have a problem. Oh, the piano. It's here. Oh, it's here. Oh, good. Now we can begin. But first, you know what I do before I even enter, is prepare my mind, first of all, to eliminate all past mistakes, all current problems, all purge my mind, extreme visual, money, and then, thank you. And thank you for that fine introduction. And thank you for including me in this fine poetry series here at the morgue. Well, as you know, I'm Dr. Nikki Naum, forensic orthopedic autopsy muscular anatomical surgical specialist, and I have the wrong script. Found it. Well, thank you again for that fine introduction. And thank you for including me in this fine poetry series here at the morgue. As you know, I'm Dr. Nikki Naum, forensic, orthopedic, muscular, anatomical, autopsy surgical specialist for the county. But today, oh, don't worry, today I'm wearing a different hat. I'm not wearing my autopsy hat. No. I'm wearing my poetry hat. Yes, I write poetry, and this piece is an hour long, but I'm not doing an hour long. I'm just doing some excerpts for you tonight. So anyway, I'll be wearing my muscle poetry hat. And I'll be reading poetry from that muscle poetry hat. I'll be reading from my book, namely Muscles. And reading out loud. And reading out loud takes muscles. Oh, yes. Speaking muscles, which are, by the way, largely the laryngeals. And the tongue, too, and the lips, too. But largely the laryngeals. So I will be reading out loud from my new book of, with my largely, and from my new book of poems, namely Muscles, and you can find them on the table. The books, the muscles too, of course, when I work, but the books I mean here, namely Muscles. So let's start off with the first poem, Detached. Detached. No. Yes. Detached. Hush, bygone lifters, flesh, sinew, lean tissue, brawn, you were fixed to bones once. It's a haiku. You want that again? I can do that again. Great. How about from the muscles point of view? Good idea. Detached. Hush, bygone lifters, flesh, sinew, lean, tissue, brawn. We were fixed to bones once. I think just leave these right here. Okay, now, you know the psoas, what that muscle is? It flexes the hip. It's right in here, right here, deep inside, very deep, deep inside. And that's this, good, right. So I think the psoas, right in there, needs its very own poem. Don't you? It's called Psoas, the Tender Bender. No, what am I doing? I'm not doing this right. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Here it is. I got it. Yeah. Psoas. Psoas, you see, is the filet mignon of the tenderloin. So why so tender, this bender? You see, bending from inside, so deep, so protected. No gristle, no need. Safe, so as to be tender. So you see, our mighty psoas ends up a tender bender. Okay. Oh, here's one. You'll like this. An Iliacus mobile with 4 on the floor and a rhomboid differential hits the road. Iliacus, rhomboid, Iliacus, rhomboid, oh boy, Iliacus. I can do this. Iliacus, rhomboid, oh boy. I'm supposed to, yeah. And that's as far as I got with that one. Here's my shortest poem. It's called, And Now a Word from Our Tendons. Gotcha. That's the shortest one. And this one is for the diaphragm. You know the diaphragm. Good. It's called the breathless divide. Diaphragm, 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 That was that. Okay. Whew. Okay, how you doing? Okay. There was a case a few years ago. I don't know if you remember, but if you heard about it, it was about a contested will. It was from, I forgot her name now, but she donated her platysmas. These are your platysmas. Let me see you do that. You stick your jaw out and you go like that. Those are your, good. Those are your platysmas. You got one on each side. Platysmas. Well, she donated her platysmas. And you remember? It was in the paper. Went viral. She wanted them to go to, and I forgot that too. But anyway, the family wanted them, her platysmas. And we had to create sketches, for the insurance company, to determine value. Well, they threw mine out because the one they chose was drawn. I had this one. I saved it for you. It's called Platysma, Charisma, No, No, No. No, 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 my dear. Charisma has more to do with breeding than with skill, my dear. Yes, yes, yes. You see, those of us in power prefer to buy skill. But that, you see, takes skill, and that, you see, takes practice. No, no, no. Keep your platysmas out, dear, out. It's where your breeding is, dear, out, and there's no substitute for it. Platysma charisma, we call it. I'm right, you see, and will continue to be, and that's all there is. Yes, yes, yes. Now go away, my dear. Can't you see I'm busy? Yeah, the sketch they chose was drawn. This next one is dedicated to the muscles longus capitis and longus coli. It's called that's right here. It's called long head and long wheel. It was a late night at the lab, very late, very dark, very nobody around. This is called long in the head. Rolling along on wheels, she was long in the head. When she sat up slowly, she wasn't quite dead. That went viral, too. Wednesday, right next to the want ads, which I read that day. But it's hard to change jobs. Anyway, I have this one for you. It's called An Homage to the Pubococcygeus. I'm on the pelvic floor, and that's where the Pubococcygeus is. It is the pelvic floor. Pubococcygeus, Pubococcygeus, Iliococcygeus, Coccygeus, Pubococcygeus, Pubococcygeus, Iliococcygeus, Pubococcygeus, Iliococcygeus, Pubococcygeus, Iliococcygeus, whatever, Iliococcygeus. I'm supposed to go from here out, but just can't do it yet. Well, here's one for you. This one is called Orchestral Handful. Flexi digiti quinti, lumbricals, lumbricals, opponents digiti minimi, policis, policis, quadratus, lumborum. Flexi digiti quinti, lumbricals, lumbricals, opponents digiti minimi, policis, policis, quadratus, lumborum. Flexi digiti quinti, lumbricals, lumbricals, opponents digiti minimi, policis, policis, quadratus, lumborum. Flexi digiti quint music, flexi digiti lumbricals, lumbricals, opponents digiti minimi. Flexi digiti quinti, flexi digiti lumbricals, lumbricals. My next book, thank you very much. My next book, Barely Bones, will be out hopefully early next year. Yes, thank you very much. And of course, Namely Muscles, out on the table, when they're out on the table. Oh, and Flesh and Blood and Guts, such as they are, is being reprinted. So look for that too. Shall we take questions now, or sign some books, or test some muscle reflexes? Or name something? Ladies and gentlemen, Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We are, ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We are interrupting tonight's program to bring you, how shall I put it, a very special opportunity. And that's a very special opportunity to acknowledge, to support, and to bolster your very own an organization with which you are all familiar and why it is you are here tonight. We invite you to contribute your support by donating 20% of your annual earnings, and to do this tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We are interrupting tonight's program to bring you a very special opportunity. It's a very special opportunity to acknowledge, to support, and to bolster your very own an organization with which you're all familiar and why it is you are here tonight. This is the time for you to realize how very important you are to your organization. This is also the time, and this is most important, for you to realize how very important your organization is to you. And this is also the time, and this is most important, for you to consider increasing your annual pledge so that the annual collection once again will overflow with your generosity to, your pride in, your love of the unique work accomplished through this organization. Thank you. But first, some facts and figures. Did you realize that a whopping 83.8% of all philanthropic dollars is raised from individuals like yourselves? I thought not. The rest is from bequest foundations and corporations in that order. And of this amount, did you realize religions receive 47%, health and hospitals 14%, education 14%, social welfare 10%, arts and humanities 10%, 6%, maybe 4%, and civic and public organizations 3%? No. And finally, did you realize that 21.3 million people in this country, why that's, I don't know, 47%, that's 21.5 million people raised contributes to fundraising. Did you know that? I thought not. Okay, so where are we? So lift up your hearts, your wallets, your checkbooks, your change purses, your money belts, your change purses, and contribute your money into the baskets provided. Look, are you going to contribute or what? Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We are interrupting tonight's program to bring you a very special opportunity, and that's a very special opportunity to acknowledge, to support, to bolster your very own an organization with which you are all familiar and why it is here. You are here tonight. Have you? You'll love this. Have you heard the one about the chicken? It's so funny. The chicken from Gaithersburg. And this chicken goes to Alaska and meets a rooster from Hawaii. And together they go to parties, they discuss the price of eggs, and then the chicken says to the rooster, the chicken says to the rooster says to the chicken, the other one says to the other one, what is a dozen? And then the chicken replied, or the rooster replied, one of them says, oh, no. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We are interrupting tonight's program to be a very, very, very special opportunity. When are they ever going to seize this opportunity? Stingy bunch. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We are interrupting tonight's program to bring you a very special opportunity. That's a very special opportunity to acknowledge, to support, and to bolster your very own an organization with which you're all familiar and why it is you are here tonight. So step forward, sign your name on the dotted line, grasp your money in your hand, raise it, your hand, and start counting today. Start counting. Let's count on you and your pledge. Yada da 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 da. Woo! Da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 da. Let's all join in. Step forward. Sign your name on the dotted line. Grasp your... Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We are interrupting tonight's program. A very, very, very special opportunity. It's a very, very, very special opportunity to acknowledge, to support, and to bolster your very own an organization with which you are here tonight. Can't you see that? Come on, give. Want to give, want to be, want to do, want to have, is want to contribute. Be tempted, ladies and gentlemen, be tempted. Rub up against the heat of your own abundance. Plunge into this work and penetrate this appeal with your repeating, your long-lasting, your seasoned support. Wallow in your own craving and swoon at the power of exposing your own ample means. But no. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We are interrupting tonight's program for you. Very, very, very special opportunity. It's a very, very, very special opportunity to acknowledge, to support, to boast very own. This is the time to realize, you're going to be sorry. It's such a sad situation. Promises. Such a sad situation, you, the victims of your own disregard, and it's such a worthy cause, such a... I don't know, it's just so crazy. I don't know. I know. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We are interrupting tonight's program to bring you a very special opportunity, and that's the very special opportunity to acknowledge, to support, and to bolster your very own, an organization with which you are quite familiar, and why it is you are here tonight. Remember, yes, come on, give. Want to give, want to be, want to do, want to give, just build and just make the most of it and and become one with, with this organization. Just build, rise, and into one organization. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We are interrupting tonight's program to reach under your seats, to pick up your pledge card, to fill in your pledge card, to pass in your pledge card, and to experience a moment of, come on, you're doing great. You're doing great. Hand it in, pass it in, fill it in, pass. Good, very good. You'll experience a moment of, oh, yeah, good. Keep it coming. Very nice. Keep it coming. Yes, 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 yes. And thanks to you, we can now return to our regular program. A program, how shall I put it? A program with which you are all familiar and why it is you're here tonight. Thank you, and remember, you made the difference. Thank you. Remember, thank you. I got it. It's so fabulous. I got it. I got it. I got it. Ooh, yeah. I got it. I got it. Ooh. Okay. Oh, I got it. Okay. 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 What was it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a whew, I had it. Sometimes this helps, retrace. Yeah. I got it. Yeah. I got it. Okay. Oh. Once upon a time, there was a word, a great word. It was a bird word. It was a kind of a bird. It was kind of a bird. It was kind of a bird word. Duck. It was a duck. Once upon a time, there was a duck. No, that's not it. It's not a duck. It was bigger. It was a goose. That's it. A goose. No. Once upon a goose. No. It was bigger. Once a turkey, maybe, or pelican. No. It was a ostrich. No. Oh, one of those. Whoa. Yeah, you know those. Oh, yeah, whoa. Yeah, one of those. That's it, one of those. Yeah. Once upon a time, there was a swan. Oh, yes. Oh, what a great sentence. Oh, I love it. I just love it. Okay. All right. Where am I? Once upon a time, there was a swan. Do I need the there? Once upon a time, a swan. Okay. What's a once? When's a once? A while ago? Last week? I don't know. Yesterday, a swan. Yesterday, a swan. Tomorrow, a pen. No. Okay, enough. Once upon a time, there was a swan. That's it. I like it. It's short, but full. A full sentence, full of meaning. A sentence is so sensible, so when it is, and so organized, so when it is, and so made up, so when it is, and so understood when it is. Once upon a time, there was a swan who was sentenced, who was sentenced to a lake, who was sentenced to Lake Winnipesaukee. Oh yes, a sentence is so alive. So when it is, you know what it is. You say you have an idea, and it comes out in words, and then you listening get it, and you recreate what I just said and understand, or not, what I just said, because it made sense, because that's what a sentence does. A sentence, once upon a time, there was a swan sentenced to Lake Winnipesaukee who glides by serenely with a toothbrush and some floss. A sentence is so moving, so when it is, except when it's not. Do you remember Francine? Francine, who never spoke in full sentences, only fragments. It was like, well. Anyway, kind of like, I don't know, but yeah, but well, so what? Well, so anyhow, what of it? Well. Anyway, kind of like, I don't know, but yeah, but. What? Made everybody around sort of, really? But get this. Just last week, she landed a full, complete sentence. Just like that. One big, full one. Wham! Wow. Made everybody around just sort of whammoed, woof, flabbergasted. And you know what? We all understood her. I don't know how she did it, but she did all those years of, well. Anyway, kind of like, I don't know, but yeah, but what's so what? Well, so anyhow, well. Yeah. Well, all those fragments, just whop, came together like that. Just whop. Just once. Yeah, just woof. Just like that. Once upon a time, there was a swan sentenced to Lake Winnipesaukee who glides by serenely on a toothbrush with some floss and... No. Wait. Hold everything. We don't need floss. Swans have no teeth. Oh, no. Gizzards. They have gizzards. Okay. Once upon a time, our swan, sentenced to Lake Winnipesaukee, however you spell that, glides by serenely with her gizzard and some algae and her pen. A sentence is so wild, so whoa, when it is, just so whoa, just so wild, just so oh my, it's yet so structured. Wow, that's it's organized. Woof. Okay, all right. Once upon a time, our swan, sentenced to Lake Winnipesaukee, glides by serenely with a toothbrush, a pen all tied up with floss. She glides by wearing glasses, writing a book of a book of words, gaggles of words, flocks of words, flocking together in formations of meaning. Once upon a time, there was a swan who was sentenced to Lake Winnipesaukee, who glides by serenely creating formations of meaning and music, flocking has. Yeah. What happened? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. A dying swan right here at the Keese School. Thank you so much, Claire Porter. This was really a remarkable experience. What a wonderful, ingenious kind of way of approaching life. It's great. Next time, Don Bliss is our speaker for Monday. Don joined the Peace Corps in 1966 after graduating from law school and was assigned to Micronesia. He was the first lawyer to reside in what is now the Federated State of Micronesia. In 2023, he and his wife, Nancy, returned to Micronesia for a month, and the result is his latest book, A Peace Corps Lawyer in Paradise. This coming Monday, Don will speak about the South Pacific and its development and what it was like to return again after so many years. Hope to see you all, especially all you Peace Corps volunteers, on Monday, November 3rd at 7:30 right here at Roseboro. Good night.
There's no Q&A, right? Psst. Donna? Psst. Over here.
I think it's past 8:30.
Yeah.